Well, hello everybody. We're on the main menu. I want to apologize before we start for the state of today's episode. This is my second attempt to record this episode. Now, the reason why this is the second attempt is because, well, I had a complete and 100% party wipe about 15 minutes into attempting to record this episode the first time. And I didn't notice with the way the save system works here that we have one slot, and when you save, it overwrites the previous slot. So, I don't have a save from the beginning of where I started recording. So there's about 20 minutes of missing footage that you're going to notice. We're in a completely different spot with different things, different stuff, so on and so forth. Just wanted to explain that before we get started today. Now, what caused this god-awful party wipe? Well, these pain in the arses. There are two apes. Those were easy to handle. They died like first turn, second turn. But then there were the bugbears, which I took the name Strangler to mean that they would be rogues or some such. No, they are barbarians. They are barbarians, well capable of doing upwards of 60 damage in a single hit on a crit. Does anybody in the party here have 60 hit points? The answer to that is hell no. The most we have is 46. So, yeah, we're going to run away like a little bitch, and we're not going to fight those. We're not going to have another party wipe. We're going to come over here. We're going to help these guys with their pest problems, get the quarterstaff and the gold, and then I'm going to do what I originally intended to do when I got here, which is turn in the Guardian's Path. Check, done, finish. And then I wanted to go into our storage box and, well, store things. Now, the problem is, before I got here, I did train everybody on crafting skills, and I went through and I did an explanation on how crafting works. I can't do that now because, well, I've already trained everybody on crafting skills. So, I'm going to go over that real quick. Again, even though I'm pretty sure I've trained everybody. The way crafting works in low magic age is it works off of your intelligence score. You can have up to 3 people trained on a skill. You want to pick the 3 folks with the highest intelligence score. It looks like I actually didn't train all of the crafting yet, so that's good. We can go over that. Now, why do you want 3 people? Well, one person will make the primary check, will make the numero uno check, right? And then 2 other party members can assist with the check. So, you don't want more than 3 because, well, not everybody will be involved in making that check. You only want 3 because you can only use 3 people at a time to make the check. Okay, so we already have trap making. I did get that one. And I do intend to start doing some crafting at some point. Because it can be a nice way of getting gear and making money. We want to train our crafting skills up to at least 5, preferably 10, before we start crafting. So that way we can do what's known as taking 10, which is a thing in Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition. That's my oven letting me know it's heated. I will have to get up and go get my dinner here in a second while I'm recording. But I wanted to go ahead and get this done while I was thinking about it. So that's why we're here. I don't know if we can use professions all that much yet, so I'm not going to train in those. And then we are going to focus on Torch of Pioneers, I think, is going to be my plan today. Let's give the Masterwork Quarterstaff to Thorm, so we can have a little bit of luck in melee. And then we're going to give... Oh no, you have a Masterwork Longspear. That's better than that. Okay. This is a standard heavy crossbow. We want magic guided crossbows for our spellcasters. I also have this belt of regeneration here that I'm going to give to Magram, so he can regain HP when he takes damage. We're going to go ahead and sell the heavy crossbow and the quarterstaff. And I think we are good to start looking for dungeons. Let's see if there's a quest that requires us to go to a dungeon. There is not. So we are not going to do that. I do want to think about starting a business, but we need a lot more cash to do that. If I remember right, we are going to need 17,000. 19,000 for a farm. Okay. That's fine. 19,000 for a farm. And we will need somebody trained in the appropriate skills. Can this town train somebody in the appropriate skills for farming? The answer is no, they cannot. Okay. Now, I don't believe I have any materials needed yet for any serious crafting. So we're just going to leave that alone. I'm going to go ahead and deposit 1,600 cash. Get our interest rate started. And we're going to zoom out. We're going to go find ourselves some dungeons. Now, these have to be certain tier dungeons. So it looks like Gray Bear Ruins here counts. So we're going to go do that. Alright. Drop a save, just in case I end up having another party wipe. That would suck, but, you know, it happened. Bugbears, very dangerous apparently. Very, very dangerous. Alright, we can handle goblins. I know we can handle goblins. We've done goblins before. I'm going to go for this one. Actually, this is just a 5-foot step. I don't have the summons out, but I'm going to go ahead and get Blessed going. And then have Magram defend. Ari here is going to summon a second Badger to help the first Badger out. I've already picked out the party I want to use for our next run, if and when we do that. And I do plan on doing another run when I feel like we've completed this one well enough, which is probably going to be around level 20 or so. I might go all the way up to D&D 3rd edition's max level as it was intended in the tabletop, which is level 30. That might be what we do. Kind of still debating how high up in level I want to go. But I'm thinking 30 is not a bad choice. 20 was my original intent. But the series is getting far more views and traction than I expected. So I think I'm going to do more than I originally intended with it. Which is to say, I think we're going to go to level 30 instead of only going to level 20. Level 30 was kind of the cap in tabletop. Here in this game, I'm not sure if there is a level cap. I think you can just keep going and going and going. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and buff our charisma. So that way his spell casting is better. Okay, and then we're gonna buff intelligence. Now I am definitely overkilling with this fight and my spellcasting, but I have maximum materials, so I'm not really worried about it. And we're making good enough income at the moment where I'm okay with needing to buy a ton of materials for spellcasting. Well, let's just keep going this way. Okay, let's head back over here. We'll have to double back that way. Okay, we got a trap. A deeper pit trap. Okay, nice. Alright, let's head back over here, check this room, and then we can head downstairs, hopefully. Got another trap. Spear trap. Nice pokey out of the wall. Very fun. Ooh, another trap. Another spear trap. More pokies out of the wall. Although I suppose spear traps could also come out of the floor. Oh, toxic lizards. This is going to be a fun fight. Let's drop a save. I'm going to be a lot more anal with saving here because of that party wipe I experienced earlier. This might also result in a party wipe by the looks of it. That's not fun. I cannot Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I'm gonna have you delay. Because I need to kill this lizard. Let's have lizard get... no, I can't pop a summon here. That's very bad. That's very bad. Why can I not... Is it line of sight, I guess? Okay, we'll put the croc over here. I really need to get rid of this one is the problem. We have a very low 2-hit chance against these guys. That's not fun to see. Okay, this is not going well already. This is going very poorly already. Again, I don't know why I can't stick a summon there. That is frustrating. Okay, well, that guy hit. Alright, let me think here. I might bless with the paladin. Yeah, because there's no way to 5-foot step and get the cleric out of melee. I'm gonna 5-foot step here. Okay, you did hit. You're kind of screwed. I'm going to take the opportunity attack and move away. Then we're going to Magic Thine Missile this one. Ari might be able to take the hits. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh god. Crap. I don't like how this is going, guys. I need to delay poison, but I can't get to you. Terrain is really screwing us this fight. Oh, this is bad. Okay, that's an improvement to our situation. I like that. 75 here. Let's dang, RNG. We're gonna have to take a long rest, I suspect, after this fight. If Mogram survives and I don't have to reload. I'm really hoping I don't have to reload. Okay, so let's step here. You're missing, oh boy, math. 6 to 30, then 11 is 17 HP. Okay. Lay on Hands even cures, okay, that's good to know. Okay, Lay on Hands can cure poison. I didn't know that. I like that. That's good to find out. I'm gonna doom this guy to try to reduce his ability to 2-hit. Making sure they can't hit us is very good at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and buff your charisma. Okay, you resisted the poison. That's what I needed to see. I'm going to 5-foot step. Then I'm going to Cat's Grace, because that's gonna increase your armor class. Very good, very good. Gonna 5-foot step. Try to open up some better flanking for the rogue to get a sneak attack off just like that. Okay, what do I got open? I got Magic Missile open. Let's see. I gotta be able to see this guy. So we're gonna 5-foot step. We're going to Magic Thine Missile. Very good, very good. Okay, good job, Thorm. Summon's doing the big smack. Nobody needs healing. I could move and heal Durin, but we're going to take a long rest after this fight. Full plate that I don't need, but it is worth a lot of money. We're going to go ahead and camp, because we used up a lot of resources in that fight, and we took a good amount of damage. Okay, this floor is explored. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is the final floor of this dungeon. Deeper pit trap that we failed to successfully find But we did avoid taking damage from it. So that does tell me we need to increase our search and spot checks. Black scale bruisers. Okay, so we got some kobolds. Let's go check this room before I do that fight. And we have some gnolls. Oh god, some gnolls? Really? Really, game? Gnolls and kobolds. Kobolds are probably easier than the gnolls. I want to see what else this floor has real quick. Because there's a +1 frost sap. Hello? Now, is this a finesse weapon? It is! So, in theory, you should have better to hit. Very, very nice. Okay. So, this thing also does an extra d6 cold damage. Now, the problem is with the multi-class I want to go with the prestige class I want to go with, we have to use a piercing weapon. Or a slashing weapon. So, we won't be able to use the frost sap forever. I wonder. Let me look. Yeah, nobody else can use it that I would want to have it, so... There is a way of disenchanting, I've discovered. So that's probably what we'll do, is we'll strip the enchantment off of that. Fusillade of darts. Okay, let's see what's up here. Okay, that's the exit. Battle axe and a pick. Okay. Alright, let's go back over here. Drop a save. F5, by the way, is saving, in case you didn't know. Normally I would delay, but against these guys, I think it would be best to start picking them apart. Now, I do want to block their access to Durant as best as I can. So we're going to go here, we're going to take a hit, we're going to swing. Okay, that's not good looking. I want to be able to blast, so I need to get out of melee. Bless, 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 bless. Okay, then we're gonna defend. Oh, I don't like that. I do like that. I don't like that. We're gonna 5-foot step, because that'll allow us to still summon. Do some good cleave! Yes! Thank you, big earth boy. Okay, that's my dinner. I gotta go grab that. Technically, it's breakfast, I guess, because it's 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, I guess it's breakfast. Okay, we need to heal the poison. So, that is this spell. We'll delay the poison. Very good. And then we'll have to get... Now, good question. Should I have just done this? No, but lay on hands does remove poison, so we're gonna have we'll have to remember that. Let's go ahead and go after the Black Scale Bruiser. Very good hit. Not very nice to see. Okay, so you are missing 6 hit points. And that'll get rid of the poison. Then we're gonna move here to try to block their movement. That didn't work. I don't know why we're not getting attacks of opportunity off on these guys. It's a little mysterious. Ooh. 5-foot step. We're gonna mage armor because of the enemy's insistence on chasing him down. God, good job, Earth Buddy. Good job. Okay, we're gonna Fox's Cunning to boost your spell casting. Though we're probably not going to need it. There's not a lot of enemies left. Okay, Ari, normally I would summon, but I don't think I need to do that. So we're going to Cat's Grace, buff our companion. Very good job. Okay, going for the Cleric. Paladin. Nope. Good stab. Miss. Okay, we're gonna step this way. We're gonna magic missile. Very good rolls on that. Earth Buddy. Earth Buddy, let's go. Alright. Potion of Aid. Alright, nice. Okay, I'm gonna drop a save. I'm gonna be right back. Gonna go get my food. It's gotta cool off anyways. And then we'll keep going. Alright, let's keep going. My food's got to cool off before I can eat it anyways. Wind Boy. Wind Boy does good. Okay, Ari. Now, the party I'm going to play with next time, I don't think I discussed that yet. But our next run, I'm going to do a Dwarven Fighter, multi-classed eventually into Dwarven Defender. I'm going to do a Half-Orc Barbarian. I'm going to do a Gnome Cleric. I'm going to do a Elven Druid, probably a Human Wizard, and a Human Sorcerer. I will likely use Thorm and Durant again, but I will have different characters otherwise. And we'll probably have a Human Rogue, I'm thinking. Hold on, Fighter, Barbarian, Cleric, Wizard, Sorcerer, yeah, and a Human Rogue. Or I might do a Halfling Rogue, because Halfling Rogues are pretty traditional. I want to do something more diversified than an all-human party in our next round. Holy shit, 42 damage on a crit. Why? Why, game? Do you hate me? My bear! Bear friend! No! Avenge the bear! Okay, you don't have a summon out yet, so let's clunk that on down. Very good. The level 3s are probably a bigger threat, but we have a higher 2-hit chance, and we might straight up kill one of these in a single hit. Okay, not quite, but nearly. Now, seeing as they're capable of doing an insane amount of damage, I'm going to have you Mage Armor. Ooh, big hit from the wind. Okay. Let's Dex. Oh, almost. No cleave, but almost. Very good now. Okay. I think we can hold person on these guys? Yeah, we can. Oh, very nice. We succeeded. Okay, that'll increase Tom Gallo's ability to hopefully get a sneak attack off. Good damage, good damage. Let's go ahead and buff your charisma so that your magic missile in the next turn will be better. They're not all dead by then. Let's go with this one. 97 damage! Holy shit, Jamalin. My god, boy. Calm down. But also, you go, boy. Alright, let's get an acid arrow off. Okay. Let's buff strength. Very good. Okay, we didn't really need to do half the buffing I did. A charisma headband. Hello. You know who's getting... Okay, so there's two people that could get that. There are two people that could get that. We either give it to our paladin, who will then do more smitiness, right? Better smites. Or we give it to Durant, who will have better spell casting because of it. I'm going to give it to Durant. Better spell casting sounds wonderful. Now that's a magic guided hand crossbow. I don't have anyone that can use it that I would give it to. Okay. Alright. Let's leave the dungeon because we're done here. And then we got to go find one more. Let's head back to Regpolis. Get our spell materials. Put our crafting items in the bank. Like so. Then we're going to head down to the store. We're going to sell the full plate I don't need. We'll sell the crossbow. Sell the weapons we're not going to use. I'm going to keep the masterwork rapier for now because we might end up going back to it. 2813, huh? Is that a keen throwing axe? Hello. How much are you? 3,000? Bank? Bank? I don't know how many people can use those. There are 2 available. I can only afford 1 anyways. We're gonna take out 500 cash. Okay. We're gonna buy the keen throwing axe. Take the standard throwing axe. And can anybody use the standard throwing axe? No. Alright, well then we will sell the not keen throwing axe. Now, what does keen do for those of you who don't know why keen is amazing? Keen increases the critical hit chance of the item it is on by 1. So instead of only having a 20 critical hit chance, so you have to roll a nat 20, you can roll a 19 and crit, which is awesome. I love Keen. Keen is really nice to find. So that is a much better throwing axe for our paladin. Now then, is there anything else that catches my eye that we might be able to afford? The answer to that is no. Let's see, I have plenty of lockpicks, more than enough. Ammunition as well. I have simple tools. I have a healer's kit. Okay. I don't have enough money to start a business. We need to do dungeons and wild stuff. Okay. I do want to keep all of those potions. Alright, let's find... I'm going to get up. I'm going to take a break real quick. Because I've been sitting here drinking coffee, eating food. You know how it goes. And we'll keep doing... I think this episode we'll go ahead and get Torch Pioneers finished. And that'll be today's episode. Alright guys, let's go find another dungeon that qualifies for the quest. Let's see. Wise Oak looks like it's too small. No, I'm not seeing. Oh, Seven Sisters is now blinking. Okay, cool. Let's go do that one. And I'm going to be really crazy about saves here, because I had a party wipe earlier, and I don't want to do... I want to be able to, like, keep recording without, like, too much of a problem. Okay. Well, this way it is. We have another trap. Camouflage pit trap. I apologize for not reading out the trap earlier. Nothing I really need. Well, actually, the javelin. Can I give the javelin to... You have that to throw at... Actually, no. Because you have the spear here that can be thrown at things. Okay, hold on. Oh, you could use the javelin and throw that at people. I kind of... I don't know. I have to think about that. I also want to think about a different companion. The badger's not bad. That's not bad. I kind of need something a little tougher. 2 natural armor, 3 hit dice. Where's the badger? 3, 6, and 3. The black bear is tempting, though it does have less natural armor. And we'll keep to the badger. We'll keep to the badger. Let's go this way. Oh, this is a sticky situation. Let's 5-foot step. Let's bless the party. Then we'll defend. Stabby? Stabby, good. Well, technically bludgeon in this case, because we're now bludgeoning things. Let's get our summon. Oh, almost. Almost one hit. Let's get the summon. Fire Boy. I like fire. We don't see fire boys very often. Wish there was a way of selecting which summon your sorcerer and wizard does. But it's okay that there isn't. Not upset by it, honestly. It's got a crocodile going. Very good croc. See if the badger can finish. Very nice. Good opportunity attack. Dwarf going in for a big swing and misses. That was a little less damage than I had hoped for from the paladin. Let's hold person on the dwarf or the half-orc. We have a better chance on the half-orc. So we'll do that. And, oh, we missed a 75. Ouch, that's embarrassing. Buff our charisma. That guy didn't miss. Oh, that guy really didn't miss. Nice. Okay, let's buff our intelligence. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get Cat's Grace going. More armor class for our badger is always lovely. But we might not really need it because we can't really get there. That's fine. Okay, can you finish that off? Thank you. Nothing of particular interest in that loot pile. That's fine. Okay, there's the stairs down. Let's head this way. What do we got in the treasure? A locked compartment with some gold coins. Oh, another concealed compartment in a wall. So this is the reason why I want an orc in our next party. Because of the masterwork orc double axe. So you will need certain feats to be able to use the double axe effectively. But it is a very nice weapon. It can make multiple attacks per round, I'm pretty sure, from level 1. Which is why, like the Dwarven Urgosh, that we will be giving, hopefully getting one for our fighter in that next run, can also make multiple attacks per round because it's multi-headed. So that's kind of why I'm going for a more diverse party. I'm thinking in our next run, the gnome will take advantage of the gnome hooked hammers, for example. The orc, the masterwork orc double axe. The dwarfs, the Urgoshes. So there's methods to my madness in the multi-racial party that I am planning. Spear trap. Oh my, so many traps. Basic arrows. Cobalt slingers and skirmishers. Okay, this should not be too hard of a fight. We only need 1,000 more XP to level. That's fun to see. No, not my wizard. Leave the wizard alone. The wizard does not like your sticks. No, oh, the fire elemental really doesn't like your sticks. Yes, Wind Boy. Show them how it's done. You know what? Let's get a Viper. Why not? It does poison things. Poison might be fun, maybe. If they don't make their saves, which they did. Sad face. Where's my bless? Get the bless going. Stabby stabby? Stabby stabby. Well, okay, we're bludgeoning at this point, but you know what I mean. Do I want charisma buff or armor buff? Let's go with charisma buff. Let's go with intelligence. Now, I always like making at least a 5-foot step every round because it's kind of sort of a free action. It's better to move a little bit than to not move at all, in my opinion. To get your spells in range. Now, there is something some D&D players utilize called boxing, which is where you surround your spellcasters with your melee characters, because your melee characters will be able to make opportunity attacks, thusly protecting your spellcasters from being meleeed more often. It doesn't always work. It's a little cheesy, in my opinion, so I don't really do it myself. Should I? Maybe. But hey. Alright, now I took a rest to recharge our smites, lay on hands, those sorts of things. Rolling rock. Ooh. Ooh, what's this? Potion displacement. Oh, gives concealment. Nice. 50% mischance. Okay, and then... Oh my lord! An adamantine long. Holy shit! My dreams of doing two-handed things with the paladin just died. Even though we have the halberd I love. Oh my lord, can anybody use that? That's not the oh, fudge me, only the paladin can use it. Holy mother of mothers. D8 plus 5, but I lose reach, and I lose charge, and I lose trip. I don't know what to do here. That's a find. That is really hard. Oh gosh. I really want to use that. I really want to use it. But I like my reach and my charge on my paladins so much. Oh, that is painful to get, because it's so good. Okay, we got some dire rats here. No! Not my wizard! Oh my god, what did you do to my wizard? Oh god, I need a restoration on that poor bugger. Oh my. Wow, why'd you friendly fire, bro? Why? You jerk. Okay, we need restoration. Do you have restoration, Ari? Oh, you do. Oh, but it only did one. Oh, wow. Okay, so we'll have to cast it again. I might have to take a rest after this fight. No big deal about that, honestly. We're gonna 5-foot step you out of melee. Then I'm going to pelt this one with Magic Missile just to get rid of it. Because it died, the second missile auto-targeted a different enemy, which is another nice thing about the Magic Line Missile. Going to Dex buff. Not Dex, Charisma buff, my bad. Yeah, please don't AoE. Okay, very nice. 5-foot step, heal the Paladin, thank you. Yeah, go after the summons. That'll be more appreciated than you beating on something I care about. This fight's pretty close to over. We're just gonna make a ranged attack. We'll Magic Line Missile though here. Very nice. Give me something nice for that. Oh, a +1 slaying. I appreciate. Ari, would you like to be able to hit more often? There you go. +8, D4 +2 now. Very good. Honestly, you don't really have the strength to be carrying all that much, so we're going to take those off. I could give you the javelin. What's your strength at? 27? Okay. I could also give you the spear then, I think? Yes. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I want to do here. Yeah. Alright. Let's drop a save. I suffered one party wipe, and now I'm saving like an absolute maniac. Okay, there's the exit. Couple kobolds? I can handle that. If you don't shoot my wizard immediately. Oh my god, my poor wizard. Oh, good job, Tom Gallows. Good job. No, stop that. No, no. Can I summon without opportunity? Yes. Except for you decided AoE. I really dislike that you decided AoE. It's the only problem with the wind elementals. They're a little murderous on your party sometimes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a nice hold person on this one. I'm gonna deviate from my usual strat. I'm gonna buff the Badger with some Dex. Yeah! Very good, Badger, very good. Yeah, alright, we'll go for that one. Yeah, you better miss. Very nice. I'm honestly thinking we're just going to move all the way over here. We're just going to make a range attack and try to finish that one. Very nice. You just shoot that. Okay, very nice. We didn't have to use a ton of spells that time. +1 Psy. We won't use it, but that's fine. A light shield and some throwing hammers. I'm curious. Can the rogue use a light shield? No. Okay. Who can use the throwing hammers? Oh, yeah. You don't really need it, though. We could give you the light shield and the adamantine longsword, though. That's kind of tempting. Alright, let's leave. Let's head back. Turn this in. Venture equipment box, gold pieces, and renown. Okay, and level ups. Let's go ahead and level up. A ring of energy resistance. I would like Tom Gallows to take less damage. So yeah, if you take elemental damage, it'll be 2 less. So that'll work. Okay, let's do our Adventurer Renown promotion. Let's get the equipment from that. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to think here. What do we need? We could get some armor that's masterwork. We don't need the full plate. get the leather, the masterwork leather. Oh, you didn't need it. Oh, you don't need it either. Oh, well, shoot. I should have looked first. Okay, well, I can sell that. What do I really need then? I don't need masterwork gear is the thing. Actually, what is this? That's not masterwork. Okay, hold on. I should have looked first. That's my bad. Let's grab a masterwork guided magic crossbow. That we actually need. There we go. That we actually need. Okay. Let's see. Let's drop off, let's say 500 gold. Then we'll go ahead and deposit materials for for crafting. Get that stored. Okay, so this is the Hero's Legacy stuff that we can start working on next. So, this is kind of what is in the game for a storyline right now. There's no plot, there's no story at the moment. This is a singular developer. You guys need to remember that. One guy is working on this game, not more than that, just one. So development is going to be pretty slow. But right now, for your kind of quests, your plot, so to speak, what you do in this game are your heroes' legacies. And these get you masterwork equipment when you do 2 dungeons, a random magic equipment when you do 4, and an uncommon when you do 6 dungeons, and then 4 town quests is masterwork, 6 is magic, and 8 is your uncommon. So that's kind of what you do. We also now have a teleportation gem that we've unlocked from leveling up our hero's renown. So that's cool. We will need to work on our next level of renown, which will eventually get us a chartered warehouse, which will allow us to start storing trade goods. Ooh. We can get skill mentors at the next level too. Oh, that's gonna be cool. 10 skills learned from the guild's mentors. Okay. And then this level we got our Hero's Legacy abilities, thing that we can start unlocking, and 2 masterwork equipments. So very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's go into the shop. And let's sell some stuff. Now the magic items, the actual like +1s, we should hold on to for removing their enchantments when we get around to that branch of crafting. So I think I'll go ahead and store those in our vault. I think. So the adamantine and the +1 psi. I know I've sold some of the +1 stuff in the past. That was before I truly understood how crafting works in this game. So I'm gonna try to remember not to do that from here on out. Alright. So we got 5,500 gold. Don't think there's anything I want to buy in particular from here. Now, next time we're going to go ahead and start working on the wild monsters. We do need to save up enough income to start a business as well. That's something I would like to do. But for now, I think we're going to level up and call it quits for today. So this is going to be level 5. I'm going to go ahead and get heal up to 5 just in case we need it. Having the ability to do a little healing is never bad. Okay, level 5 cleric. We're going to get our heal to 5 here. I think we need to get more concentration as well. I would like to get that to 10 as soon as possible. Druid to the next level. We've been needing more spot and more listen in the dungeons, so I'm going to go ahead and get those to 7. Getting these to 10 would be nice. I then want to get more concentration so we can cast spells in combat better. Actually, no, we're just going to get spot and listen to 8. Let's do that. We need more spot and listen for dungeon runs. Okay, Tom Gallows. We were aiming for you to become a duelist. Or a... Now, the other thing I thought about was Arcane Trickster. I would have to invest some levels in Wizard for that. Because ranged Ledgerman would be nice. So we can disarm traps and things from afar. You only get, I think, a total of 4 uses of it per day. Oh no, 3 per day. 3 per day. Okay. I'm kind of thinking about it. So we need Decipher Script 7 ranks, Disable Device 7 ranks, Escape Artist 7, and Arcana 4. I see. I'm gonna have to think about that, because originally I was gonna go with Duelist and just basically improve Tom Gallows' ability to stabby. I think I'm going to keep working on Hide and Move Silently. Get those to 4 each. I need a jump, I think, for one of the prestige classes I was staring at. Let's check our synergy. Yeah, so let's get this up to 5 because it'll buff Tumble by 2. That sounds like a plan. Okay, Thorm, brother, oh boy. Again, Thorm is focusing on Knowledge Arcana and Knowledge Planes to become a summoner. An Elemental Lord summoner type. I don't think I'm going to look at anything else there. Let's get his concentration all the way as high as it can be for this level, so we can cast spells in combat more efficiently. Then let's put a point into Decipher Script and Spellcraft for events that might happen. Oh, he gets a feat this level. Okay. So, I'm kind of debating. I'm kind of debating. Magical Aptitude for +2 to Spellcraft and use magic might be nice. I don't know. Dodge for +1 bonus to armor class is never a terrible choice. More initiative is also not a terrible choice. Or the other thing I was thinking was spell focus in Evocation. Because Evocation is most of your damage dealing spells. I don't know, armor class or Evocation? Let's go with Dodge. Not getting hit sounds great. Let's go with Dodge. Okay, he's got level 3 spells. Now, we are currently focused on Conjuration spells, so let's check for those first. Hold Person is really nice. Dispel Magic is going to come in handy a lot. This is a very useful utility spell. If you don't pick up Dispel Magic, you're playing the game, kind of. I don't mean to be mean, but Dispel Magic is a stupidly useful spell. It's going to come in handy a lot as you get into the higher levels. As you start encountering enemy spellcasters, having the ability to dispel their spell effects, like Web, or what's the other one that's really dangerous? There's a gas cloud spell that causes a bunch of damage over time to your party that you can get rid of using Dispel Magic. There's a lot of things Dispel Magic can be used for that just make it one of the best utility spells you can pick up. It can get rid of grease as well. I think you can use it to get rid of sleep. Let's check our level 2s. Maybe there's something there I want. Like Bear's Endurance, perhaps? Or Blur. I think I'm going to go with Fireball. Like, it would be criminal to not pick up Fireball as soon as we can get Fireball. Fireball is just Fireball. Don't lob it at your party, but Fireball. Okay, Sorcerer. Now, for Dragon Disciple, we need more Arcana, and that's it. Okay, so let's scroll down here. We're going to grab our Knowledge Arcana, and then we're going to start working on crafting checks with Durant. It would be better to start working on crafting with Thorm, because he has higher intelligence, but I have points here that I don't necessarily want to spend on anything except for maybe Spellcraft. Let's go ahead and do Spellcraft. Let's go ahead and just get Bluff. And Spellcraft, Bluff. Okay, let me think about this. So I think, okay, here's my goal with Durant, where we're at level 5 now. We're going to finish getting Bluff and Spellcraft to 10. So that'll take 2 more levels. Then we're going to switch over from spending points on those into spending points on craft. So we'll get 1 point, 2 points per level starting around, what is that going to be, level 8? That we'll be able to spend on crafting, and we'll start working on that. Now, I don't know if any of the crafting skills have synergy. Okay, so blacksmithing gives us +2 to appraising blacksmith goods. This gives +2 to weapons appraisal, +2 to armor smithing appraisal, so on and so forth. Neat. Alright. So we're not going to start working on those yet, but we do have them as an option. Now then, what are we going to get for you for a spell? Where you gain spells much slower. You do have Mastery in Conjuration spell casting, so I think we'll get Acid Arrow. Then we get another level 1 spell. Daze might be nice to briefly stun opponents. Ray of Enfeeblement to decrease strength. Now, if this was not a touch spell, Chill Touch would be interesting. Same with Shocking Grasp. Get Cause Fear. I do kind of like that. We could get Grease to try to trip enemies. I think I'm going to go with Ray of Enfeeblement. If we encounter singular elite boss enemies, Ray of Enfeeblement will come in handy. So we're going to do that. Alright. Okay, let's buy our supplies, let's buy our spell materials, and let's wrap up for today. Thank you everybody for coming out and watching this episode of Low Magic Age. I'm probably going to munch on my dinner, and then I think I will record one more episode for the night perhaps, and that'll get us set for next week and the week after. I still need to record the next episode of Terra Invicta. Terra Invicta is surprisingly, to me, performing worse than I expected. I was expecting it to get more views, more likes. It's not. It's surprisingly performing fairly badly. I'm not sure why. I might have to go stare at another YouTuber's metadata for Low Magic Age and see what they're using for tags and whatnot, and piggyback off of that, as dirty as it is, to try to boost Terra Invicta, but that's okay. But yeah, you guys are really enjoying Low Magic Age. It's performing far better than I expected it to. So we're going to keep the series going for probably a lot longer than I expected to. So thank you guys for the likes, thank you for the comments, thank you for the views. I'm glad I've convinced some of you to go out and purchase this game. It's early access, it's a singular developer, so updates are pretty, spotty. But when he does update Low Magic Age, it's good. The updates are always very solid in my mind. So I'm expecting more from Low Magic Age as this year and the next continues. And I will continue to cover it because there's apparently people who want to see this a lot more than I expected. So that's pretty cool. Alright guys, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to end the episode. Don't forget to hit that like, ring the bell button for notifications as to when I post new episodes. Catch you guys down in the comments. This has been the Torch of Pioneers. Goodbye everyone.